it's Pamela. How are you doing today? Welcome back. Please like this video if you like it. Of course, please subscribe and go to MissPamelaXOXO.com to book your reading with me today and to find out where your Mercury is placed. So Mercury, the messenger of the gods. What does it mean when it's in beautiful, beautiful Taurus, this earthy goodness? I've got to say, people with their Mercury in Taurus are beautiful people. They have beautiful voices, and there's usually something about their voice that is very, very attractive. And it might even be a little bit mysterious, but it depends on the person as well. Of course, like I always say, you got to look at the whole chart. And so some people with this placement are George Clooney, Johnny Depp, David Beckham, JFK, Malcolm X, Sigmund Freud, Ella Fitzgerald, to name a few. Oh, and Linda Goodman also had this. Megan Fox, I believe, also has this. Uma Thurman, too. I know that there's more. Selena does, actually, as well. So there we go. I guess I remembered more. So these people have these beautiful voices, as you can tell. And they're just beautiful in general. I mean, they have this ability that when they speak, you really feel this kind of attractiveness about them. You know, you feel this attractiveness about them. And you get this romance in their voice. And it really is such a beautiful thing. They have this ability to make you feel loved, make you feel connected. Even if you look at JFK, I mean, it's well known that even though he was the president, so many people thought he was so hot and so good looking. I mean, my mom talks about it all the time. Not all the time, but she talks about it. Anytime JFK comes up, she goes, oh, he's so good looking. Or he was so good looking, right? Everybody thought that he was such a good looking guy. And even though he had his affair with Marilyn Monroe, which everybody knows about, people still love him. I mean, they really didn't hold it against him. And a lot of that is not only because, of course, the things that he did, but it's also this essence, right? This romantic way of kind of wooing the public, wooing people, if you will. I'm not saying he's not a good person as well, right? It's the way that he communicates. It makes people feel like, oh, wow, you know, there's something about this that I really want to listen to. If you look at Freud, for example, Freud, I mean, look at the saying, the phrase, a Freudian slip. A Freudian slip, what does that mean? It's an unconscious slip that you say. The unconscious mind being Scorpio, opposite Taurus. So how cool is that? That the term Freudian slip came from that Taurian energy as well. And so these people take a long time to make a decision. But, you know, don't let that fool you. It's not that they can't make decisions. They're great at making decisions. They like to consider and make sure that they're making the best decision first, because they really never want to be like publicly shamed. I mean, I think one of the biggest fears for these people is having someone say, you know, this person wasn't in integrity. I mean, they can't stand that. They really want to stand by their word. And they also think very romantically. So if you look at someone like JFK, for example, you know, that would be what he did in the realm of what we're talking about. That was more of a romantic decision versus, you know, this integrity thing, if that makes sense. And of course, if you look at the voices, Selena, I mean, that goes without saying, Ella Fitzgerald, that goes without saying, absolutely beautiful voices. Linda Goodman wrote the first, I believe, don't quote me on that one, astrology book about love, the first kind of modern book about for the everyday person, right? That wasn't something that was occult, bringing the occult, Scorpio, to the everyday, bringing the occult to the romantic, to the everyday romantic or romanticizer, right? Which is very, very cool to see. And so even these people, their office environment, or if not an office, the place where they work, the place where they do their thinking, they really want it to be comfortable. These are not the people that want to go in and out, get the job done, go home. You know, in a place that they stay in, a job that they love, they want to make sure that they have a nice seat, that it's a comfortable environment. These are the bosses, for example, that take you out to dinner. You know, they won't meet you in some dingy office in the building to go over something important. They would much rather enjoy, connect, and make sure that you know, assuming that they're a good boss, that you're actually valued and feed you. You know, they really like to connect through the senses in whatever way possible. Let's say, yeah, they do want to meet in their office. Well, guess what? Their office is probably a very nice setting. They love amazing smells. They like talking about beautiful things. In relationships, they only want to be with somebody that brings or adds beauty to their life. They only want to be with somebody who they can speak about Mercury in a beautiful way, and someone who actually makes that easy for them. Oh my God, I love my girlfriend. Oh my God, I love my boyfriend, my husband, my wife so much because of this, this, and this. They love that. They want to romanticize you. And these people, by the way, when they do love you, they absolutely love to show you off. They absolutely love to talk about you. And as much of a playboy as, say, like Johnny Depp has been, when he's really been in love, he's had no problem speaking about the person and talking about them, right? Even with JFK. I mean, everybody knew about Marilyn Monroe. I don't know how much he really spoke about that, but everybody knew, if that makes sense. So when these people are passionate about something, they talk about it. But they might not be the easiest to open up. It's just that they only want to talk about things that help them connect to something deeper. Now, of course, there's going to be, like any sign, the lower energy of Taurus is more talking about materialistic things. But that's, you know, with every sign they have that energy, but the real, true, highest Taurus energy is being involved in these deeper senses. They want to experience pleasure in their communication, in their thinking, and if you don't help them experience this pleasure, well, I mean, it might not last for very long. Whether that's a relationship, whether that's a job, whatever that is. So if this person is your boss, I mean, bring them coffee, bring them things, and they'll absolutely love you because they'll think, wow, they actually care. You know, they actually care about my well-being versus all these other people that don't appreciate me, right? And so they also appreciate genuine compliments, genuine things. They don't like hearing, I mean, not to say, oh, don't say that they're beautiful, right? Of course, everybody loves to hear that. But they want something deeper, something that ties all of the senses together in any compliment that you give them. Of course, they care more about the experience with you being a beautiful one. These people can be very stubborn thinkers, but that can also be a really good thing because they will not bend. When you look at someone like Malcolm X, absolutely did not bend, not one bit, and stood for what he believed in. And that's something that you'll definitely notice in this. I mean, even with Sigmund Freud, he always stood in what he believed in. And these people you know, it's interesting. They're so good at not cracking under the pressure, but I mean, they don't think so at all because they are way more sensitive than anybody would ever know. These people are amazing at fertilizing ideas. They may not be the best at initially coming up with them depending on their sign, right? Like, I mean, if they have some Aries energy or some initiating energy in the chart, obviously that's going to be different. However, if you give these people an idea, especially if they're an actor and actress or a singer, and you say, listen, I have this idea, they will make it more beautiful than you could ever imagine. So, are you a Mercury in Taurus individual? Do you have a very romantic voice? I want to know. Or do you have a unique voice? Have people ever said anything about your voice? Is that something that you've ever heard? I want to know, actually. And let me know, do you have any aspects to Mercury? You can find that on my website. If you click on free birth chart calculator, you can see there as well. It's listed down at the bottom. And also, you know, what else do you want to hear me talk about? Because soon I'll be making a new video series. I'm almost finished my Mars series, if you can believe it. Like I always say, whether it's day or night, I love you, I love you, I love you. And thank you so much to all my clients watching this as well. I'm so proud of you. I had an amazing day today working with you as well. Please click here to subscribe. Please click here to check out my most recent video. And please click here to go to my website. And I will see you lovely people soon.